Hey everybody, Dr. T here. Today we're going to discuss DV shelters and advertisements for donations. Research by two sociologists from Northeastern University suggested people feel varying levels of empathy for humans versus dogs. And as it turns out, most of us show more compassion for animals than adult human beings. In the study, participants were each given a fictional news story to read about an act of violence. Everything was the same in each story except for the victim, one being a dog, the other a human. The study showed that more people had empathy for the dog rather than the human. We have all seen the commercials or ads on TV of sad and malnourished animals. Animal shelters post pictures to solicit donations, but domestic violence shelters cannot for the critical reason of ensuring the safety and privacy of survivors. While a picture of an animal in need tugs at heartstrings, a picture of a domestic violence survivor could put their life in danger. There is confidentiality at DV shelters because abusers use technology to find victims. The majority of domestic violence shelters keep their locations secret to prevent abusers from tracking and potentially harming those who have fled. Abusers can and do use social media to monitor and stalk victims, even if posts are set to private. Leaving is the most dangerous time. A survivor's risk of severe violence or homicide is highest when they leave or attempt to leave an abusive partner. Posting a picture could alert the abuser to the victim's location or their plan to leave, escalating the danger. DV shelters house multiple survivors and their children at once. Even if one person consents to having their picture posted, the background could inadvertently reveal information about other residents, compromising their safety as well. Confidentiality is a legal requirement. In the U.S., federal laws include strong confidentiality provisions for domestic violence survivors, and many states have similar protections. This makes it illegal for shelters to release identifying information without a survivor's explicit informed consent. Sharing a survivor's story or image, even for a good cause, can be a form of exploitation that takes away their control. Shelters prioritize a survivor's right to tell their own story on their own terms and at their own pace. Instead of pictures of individuals, domestic violence shelters, use other methods to raise funds while protecting confidentiality, such as generalized stocked images of family, a woman, a home, often with the faces blurred or turned away from the camera. Sharing a survivor's story anonymously without using their name, photo, or any other identifying details. Advocating with statistics that highlight the prevalence of domestic violence and the urgent need for services. Requesting specific, tangible items through wish lists for food, clothing, toiletries, and other supplies. Or using broad images of facilities or staff without any survivors present. While animal shelters get about $280 million worth of donations a year, DV shelters only get an average of $2 million in grants and government funding. That is a huge difference, and many DV shelters and service providers face budget shortfalls. This forces some agencies to cut staff or programming just to stay open and continue to help victims. So the next time you see an animal shelter ad, remember that there are people out there suffering from abuse too, and consider donating to your local DV shelter to help those victims become survivors.
If you or someone you know is in an abusive situation, call the National Helpline at 1-800-799-SAFE or text START to 88788. Everyone deserves a healthy relationship.